Hello and welcome to this week's Horse Racing Ireland's 5 to Follow. This weekend we have a national hunt card at Navan on Saturday, and then we have a flat meeting at the Curragh on Sunday, then with a couple of group and listed races. Martin, good weekend last weekend.
Yes, indeed, Sarah, thank God. Miriam had two great winners, 3-1 and 6-1. I also had a winner 5-1, so hopefully our supporters are a bit happier than they normally are, and hopefully we can maybe give a couple of more winners this week. Some good racing, as you say. Navan starts off the card on Saturday on National Hunt now. As we're heading towards the National Hunt season, you will see some really good horses turning up. And I think I'm going to have a look at the first race here just to kick us off. The 120, the Navan Maiden Hurdle, over 2 miles. A horse here that is a pretty good horse in the flat, trained by John Egan. A horse called Salam Aleikum is the one I'm going to go for. I think it's significant that Barry Geraghty is taking the mount. This one is a fair horse in the flat. He's rated about 90. He's ran some very good races. I think he was sure to be well schooled. He won't mind the fast ground on offer, and I think he should take all the beating. Dangerous possibly would be Fantasy King from Charles O'Brien. This one has won a couple of good races in defeat of late. Should run fairly well, and maybe Trans City might be one to make up the placings. But I do think Salam Aleikum will take all the beating. So that's the first selection. I believe you're going to stay at Navan then for the second one, Sarah?
Yep, I'm going to go to the Albany Hurdle. It's over 2 miles and 6. Like you said, the ground is good to firm at the moment. They are watering, so it's, it won't suit a lot of the horse, National Hunt horses. I'm going to go with the horse Silver Tassie in this race, trained by Noel Mead. Davy Condon takes the ride. There's a few dangers in this race. It's quite competitive. Little King Robin, Colin Bowes, Ballynaclash Warrior, who won well last time out at Listowel, and also Diala, trained by Gordon Elliott. It's the first time over hurdles for his, but obviously Gordon Elliott trained, you couldn't ignore it,
Absolutely.
I'm going to go then, like I said, with Silver Tassie. He will love this ground, was second last time out at Listowel to Lots of Memories, and won prior to that really well at Downpatrick, beating the likes of Troubled and Cool Clan as well.
It should take plenty of beating, all right. I think that Lots of Memories looks a very good horse to win in the second at Listowel. So you'd imagine he probably could win tomorrow, hopefully. He may be favoured, but hopefully he certainly won't be too short a price.
Yeah.
It looks a good selection.
Yeah.
And then, Sarah, you've won there for the third selection at the Curragh on Sunday, very good card. And you've won there for the Charlie Well Park Stakes at 2:40.
Yeah, absolutely. Another competitive race. It's a Group 3. There's 8 declared in this race. I'm going to go with the John Ox trained My Titania. Declan McDonough obviously rides for him. She's only had the 2 runs. Quite impressive form though, all the same. The first run she was second to the Edward Lynham trained Valadu, who went on to win the Tat Sales race at the Curragh back at the end of August. And then herself, she went on to win a maiden at Leopardstown, quite impressively beating the Dermot well-trained Afternoon Sunlight. So that was, some really good form, although there are a couple of dangers. It is, like I said, quite competitive. Yeah. We've got the Dermot well-trained Tarfasha in this, and obviously he'll be keen to win the race. Obviously they're sponsoring it. And another one, Intense Debate, trained by Jim Bolger, has never run before, so that's going to be they obviously think a lot of her. Yeah,
traditionally this Park Stakes always has been won by a good filly, so it should be a very good contest. Yeah. I did see that My Titania win at Leopardstown was very impressive. Yeah. Champion Stakes Day, and hopefully it can be another winner for John Ox and Declan McDonough.
Yeah.
And then sticking at the Curragh, I'm going on to the biggest field of the day in the Joe McGrath, or the Moggy Communications Joe McGrath handicap over 6 furlongs, 25 runners, host of horses here with loads of chances. I stuck a pin in this really, more or less. I'm going to stick with last year's winner, actually, Bubbly Bellini. Now he is £9 higher than last year. He hasn't had quite a good season. Obviously he's been a bit high in the handicap. He didn't run too badly last time, and he was 7 to My Good Brother over 5 furlongs at the Curragh a couple of weeks ago. I think this 6 suits him very well. There is some rain forecast for Saturday evening, which I hope we get, because he does love a cut in the ground.
Yeah. He's
a very consistent start for Aidan McGuinness, and he likes the Curragh. And I think he's a rock solid each way chance at probably a decent price to say between 12 and 14 to 1. But there are a huge amount of dangers here. As I already mentioned, My Good Brother won a couple of weeks ago. He's got a good chance for Tom McCourt, who also has a good chance with another horse called Kiss the Stars. Also one of Takashi Kodami's called Elusive Time, ran a very good race, Tour to Farmley House last time at Dundalk. That was very good form. And maybe one of Ger Leinster, Machete Mark, who's well drawn towards the stand rail. So a wide open contest. A bit of a speculative choice here, but I think Bubbly Bellini each way. Hopefully if you finish in the first 4 you get paid, and I'm hoping at least that he should put up a good performance.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a really an interesting race to watch, but quite difficult to select the winner with so many, like you said, 25 runners.
Indeed, sir. And now just on the last race, then the very last selection for us this week, 5:20, a smaller field here, only 8 runners. The Irish Field Loch Brown Stakes, a listed race over 2 miles. A very interesting contest here. And I'm going to stick with my old favourite horses. So it's Miss United. I think she's had a tremendous season, winning the Galway Hurdle, winning a listed race at Galway last time out. And on that occasion, she beat a horse called Eye of the Storm, trained by Aidan O'Brien, who also reopposes on Sunday and is probably the likely favourite, I think. This one went on and won at Listowel afterwards, so the form was rock solid. Also, Dermot Wells, unaccompanied, a very, very good mare over hurdles and on the flat, of course, winner at Galway last time out at the festival in July. She's obviously going to be a big danger as well. But Miss United, continues to improve for Michael Winters.
She's been so consistent,
she really
hasn't
has.
she?
Never over it all. Shamie Heffernan gets on very well with her. She was second at Cesarewitch last year, actually around this time. She was actually second to Velours de Course, of course, went on and won the Ledger just a couple of weeks ago for Dermot Well. So her form was rock solid. I think she'd be very hard to beat. I'd say she's around 5-2 or 3-1. So, it should be represent a bit of value. And I think she's a very good mare, and for me, I think she's our 5th selection. So it should be good racing this weekend. Of course, we've good racing in Newmarket as well, Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of good racing tomorrow, not just in Navan but in Newmarket as well.
That's right. Well, the Cambridgeshire's a big one. There are 35 runners, no Irish runner. I think the best one here, though, for us in the Sun Chariot Stakes, a combination of Duntle from David Watchman and La Calina, of course, won the Matron Stakes for Kevin Mendegas a couple of weeks ago at odds of 25-1. They both should run very well in that Sun Chariot Stakes, a Group 1 race, but they do have the work cut out against the likes of Just a Judge and Sky Lantern. Aidan O'Brien's a couple of nice 2-year-olds early on in the card, and hopefully they'll run well in the group races there as well. But overall, it should be a great day at Newmarket tomorrow. Definitely. And lots to look forward to. And then next weekend, Sarah?
Yes, next weekend then we've got Goran on Saturday, and then we have Tipperary on Sunday. That's the Super Sunday meeting. So then we've got lots of good racing to look forward to this weekend. We mustn't forget the Jog for Jockeys as well is on at the Curragh prior to the racing meeting. If you'd like any more information on that, you can go to the Jog for Jockeys website.
And I believe you're taking part there yourself, Sarah?
I am. Might be slow, but I'm going to try anyway. If you'd like any more information on the racing this weekend, you can visit the Go Racing website, or you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Go Racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.